in midday. I think it's Thursday or near 3:30. Well, I just jumped onto the new war games that they showed up, and it said time elapsed 1:11, which means one day 36 hours. So that would mean 3 a.m. Saturday morning, which would make 000 California time, and the month of October that the MAYAN said was the most unluckiest month of the year. Since Mexico shifted, there's going to be another shift, and it'll happen at zero time because when you walk into zero time, there's no time, so you're lost. So 0 hours, I guess, West Coast time would be the time for something for the West Coast to prepare for. Now don't forget, I only make this up from what I see. I saw war games, so I played with it, and I transferred it to the value of life. Now don't you remember what it looked like back in the dinosaur age? Don't you remember what that is? Can you see it? Should I move it a little closer? Should I move it a little farther? See that? I wish Nick and Rem would go behind here and just do this at the back, because it'll make dinosaurs if you can just play in the back. Or maybe I'll play. You look at the screen, tell me what's happening, okay? Look at the screen. I want to know what's happening. You look good? Does it look like anything, Nick? Okay, I can do the rest. So, as you see in the background is the big blue icy mountains, the polar mountains. Now, how is that possible when I'm here in Quebec? How is it possible I brought the mountains, the blue mountains, to shine? Those are the Coors Light mountains. See how cold they are, how blue it is, covering up the white? You see, it's the blue from the sea. When it freezes, it turns the right color back to purity because it's gelade. Je aidé, quand c'est gelé, c'est pas aidé pendant tout. But the ice helps turn it back to purity by crushing the impurities in the water. Then when it lets it go, it deconcentrates itself into the ocean where the salt breaks it up and it gets purified again. So you have to remember how it works, you know, because you're the guys who told me. Hollywood told me to look up all this, and I says, why? I can't do any English. He says, well, they told you on how to look. Look between the lines. And as you see, the lines are here. They're all the lines of all the lines. Look at that lion. It looks like a lion. It's the Ryan of the lion, or the Ryan lion. Or penguin. How many penguins we see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 10, yet if you take a look on one side of the camera, there seems to be a penguin that you actually can't see because he molded himself in. Because that penguin is what stepped one foot on the home plate where he won, and the other plate was off to re-begin. So once he stepped over and off the plate, he began. So what you see as 10 is 9. The 10th man is maybe the coach, letting his men back into the dugout as they all stick their heads in the air, waiting for the balls to come so they can poke them, and then they have a ball in their nose. So their nose would be a ball. So what they know would be a ball. So the penguins are all having fun at minus 40. And at minus 40, the only thing at 40 is we walk the desert. We break the mirror. We drop it, we break it, we mix it up. Anyways, guys, that's the announcement. 35 hours, as you can see it from me, 35 hours from now. You see the draft on the other side, you know, 35 hours, 3 a.m., 3:30 California time, Montreal time, 3 o'clock their time. It's got to be in the West Coast because the West is left, you know, and the left something's wrong. So with the West Coast, everything is right because of the beauty in Vegas and everything. So therefore, it's got to be on the right side of the left coast, which is the West Coast. That would mean that down by San Diego and all around that into the Gulf. Although because they did have Katrina come in there, well now this part of the storm is going to be, they had Igor, and now that they need a woman, they're going to have Dinatetic. The next one, which should be called Dinatetic of all times, because the Dianetics is the dying of the network acknowledgement of the knowledge, the technology. and you put it all together with the regular stuff, the ABCs and the abacus of Nostradamus, and you come up with a little bit of the difference. I don't know very much. I make it all up, but I have a lot of fun, you know. Make it all up. I make a little money doing it. Gets me through. And guess what? I've been writing poetry for 30 years. I'll read you some one time. I'll come bring one, okay? And I'll get back to you. I remember the lonely penguin. He didn't do nothing, and he ended up in the pen. All the people in the world who did nothing to be frozen and solid and stiff somewhere. They're there in reminders that we're being stiffed all the time. Who judges the judge? How come he has the last decision? He studied better and more, and he made it up the ladder, but he only made it up the ladder with whatever he has. He couldn't make it up perfect because he didn't know everybody's story, and he didn't know all three stories, and the difference was the story was he decided on the difference between the stories of what was true and wrong. Therefore, you're guilty before you start because he won't choose the third story. You're knocked down by the liars, all the liars in the courts. Court, short time, court, tennis court. All right, let's go. Throw the ball in the air. 1, 2, you miss, you hit the net, you get a third shot. In baseball, the third swing is a miss, but in tennis, the third shot, if you miss the second one, 2 shots, you're out in tennis. You know, sometimes 1 shot, you're out with a bullet. That's it for now. Shy boys.